The couple fighting to rebuild their Outer Banks dream home after a devastating fire. And this has nothing to do with a lack of money.
But instead, a change in the rules, they say, has basically made the land the home once sat on nothing more than a piece of beach. 10 on your side's Kayla Gaskins now with why the homeowners are taking the fight all the way to the top. Kayla.
Well, Tom and Anita, after their house burned down, all the Zitos wanted to do was build the same house in the same spot on the beach. But the state and local government says they can't do that because of building restrictions put in place after they bought their home. The Zitos are now taking the case to federal court.
Outer Banks, Outer Banks. Every single picture is Outer Banks.
Kathy Zito's scrapbook tells it all.
Every single summer.
Her and her family's love of Nags Head is right here in pictures of family vacations, creating countless memories.
We went there every summer with our family.
They loved it so much, they bought this house right on the beach, a house she and her husband, Michael, hope to spend their golden years in.
The ocean front really caught our eye. That's what we love.
That was until 2016 when the phone rang at 2 a.m. Kathy answered.
I immediately panicked that it was one of our children who no longer, one's at college and the other two are away, but it was the fire chief.
Their beach house had caught fire. It was a total loss. After an investigation, the Nags Head Fire Department listed the cause as inconclusive. The fire happened during the tail end of Hurricane Matthew, just minutes after power had been restored. The Zitos had their nephew go check on the damage.
He went over there that morning and took some pictures. And one of the photos shows the sunrise over the ocean with just our house completely burned down.
Fires are devastating, but homes can be rebuilt, can't they? For the Zitos, the answer is no.
We said we want to build the exact same house in the exact same spot. We're not going to change anything. We don't want to add up. We don't want to add, size.
The local and state government won't grant permits to rebuild because the land is now part of an ocean hazard area of environmental concern, or an AEC. The zone was established after they bought the property in 2008. Hazard areas include places like beaches and are subject to excessive erosion and flood damage. The magic number to build is 180 feet from the vegetation line. The Zitos' home sits 12 feet from the line. These aerial views from Drone 10 help illustrate the Zitos' frustration. The Zitos aren't a special case. If any of their neighbors' houses are destroyed, they can't rebuild either.
Not being able to build there, rebuild there, would have never, ever crossed my mind. It makes no common sense to me whatsoever.
The Zitos' case was taken pro bono by the Pacific Legal Foundation.
This is, a classic example of government overreach and an instance where we hope that the government will do the right thing.
The legal team helped the Zitos file a federal lawsuit. PLF's lawyers argue if the government tells the Zitos they can't rebuild, the government must compensate them, citing the Fifth Amendment, which states no one shall, quote, be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. As for the Zitos, the family hasn't been back to the Outer Banks since the fire. They say it's too painful. Now, the Zitos can't rebuild, but every quarter they still write checks to pay for property taxes on land the government says they can't build on. We'll continue to follow the Zitos story and the outcome of the federal lawsuit. I'm Kayla Gaskins, 10 on your side.